Hello, my dear students. Hope you all are fine. First, you tell me how many of you visited the metropolitan cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai? Hope many of you. Okay, what did you see there? Large buildings, roads, avenues, shopping malls, and other amenities, good schools, uh, hospitals, like that. Means these are the developed areas. But on the other side, you also can see the jhugis and the slum clusters, traffic jams, congestion, crimes, poverty, small children begging on the traffic lights, people sleeping on the footpaths, polluted water, and air reveal another phase of development. So, you may think whether development and underdevelopment coexist, whether development helps some segments of population more than the others. In this term, first, can tell me now what is development? Generally, first part, large buildings, hospitals, schools. These are considered now development. It is also believed that development is freedom, which is often associated with modernization, leisure, comfort, and affluence. In the present context, computerization, industrialization, efficient transport and communication network, large education system, advanced and modern medical facilities, safety and securities of individuals, etc., are considered as a symbol of development. Every individual's, community, and government measures its performance or levels of development in relation to the availability and access to some of these things. That's why it is often called the Western or Eurocentric view of development. It should be clear. Western or Eurocentric view of development. In another word, you can say as per the materialistic approach, where the standard of living is high due to the industrialization, market, large education system, advanced medical facilities, these are the development. Clear? But with reference to India, we can say that development is a mixed bag of opportunities as well as neglect and deprivations. What is it? Development is a mixed bag of opportunities as well as neglect and deprivation. Why? There are few areas like the metropolitan cities and other developed enclaves that have all the modern facilities available to a small section of its population. But at the other extreme of it, there are large rural areas and the slum in the urban areas that do not have basic amenities like potable water, education and health infrastructure available to measure of this population. Even it is a well established fact that the majority of the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, landless agricultural laborers, poor farmers and slums dwellers, etc., are the most marginalized lot. A large segment of female population also is the worst sufferer among all. Consequently, vast majority of people are compelled to live under abject poverty and subhuman conditions. Did you understand? In simple way, you can say the unequal distribution of amenities or facilities among the people. Some people having more facilities while the most of the population having less facilities. And who have the less facilities? Generally workers, women's, marginalized groups like SCs and STs, they have less facilities. That's why it is called the mixed bag of a development is a mixed bag of opportunities as well as neglect and deprivation. Clear? In some section having more facilities, some section having less or negligible facilities. That's why it is called the mixed bag. Clear? Okay. Another impact of development, deteriorating human conditions. These are the side effects of development. It pertains to the environmental pollution, leading to ecological crisis, air, soil, water and noise pollutions. You have seen in the metro cities, one side or in different parts, different section of that area, large buildings, shopping malls, medical facilities, grounds, cinema halls, etc. But another side, slums and jhuggies. And because of the employment opportunities, many people migrated from the rural areas to urban areas and they live in a subhuman conditions. And because these type of problem arise, the poor are being subjected to three interrelated processes of declining capabilities. What are they? Social capabilities due to displacement and weakening social ties. When they migrate from rural areas to urban areas, they lost their social relations because of the displacement or the migration. Environmental capabilities due to pollution. Personal capabilities due to increasing incidence of the diseases and accidents, where there is a dense population and poor people having have very less facilities. So this in turn has adverse effect on their quality of life and human development. Just nowadays you can see some people are came India from abroad by the planes and having lots of facilities. But what are the workers did you watch TV nowadays? Many of the thousands, lakhs of the laborers, they returned from Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai to Bihar, UP on foot with their small children and the families. They work day and night without any food. So, development has a side effects also. Now, that's why nowadays it is considered economic development is not only development, it should be human development. What does it mean? We already discussed in the previous chapter when Dr. Mahbubul Haq introduced the concept of human development. Again, just we discuss on human development. What is it? Human development is a process of enlarging the range of people's choice. You can divide into three parts of the definition of the human development. Human development is a process of enlarging the range of people's choice, then increasing their opportunities for education, healthcare, income and empowerment, and third, covering the full range of human choices from a sound physical environment to economic, social and political freedom. Means everywhere people had the choice, like school, like hospitals. When they have the choice, then it is the human development. Okay. Another aspect of the human development, just for recall, the first human development report was published by United Nations Development Program UNDP in 1990. Which organization? Human Development Report was published by United Nations Development Program UNDP in 1990. Since then, this organization has been bringing out World Human Development Report every year. According to the Human Development Report 1993, progressive democratization and increasing empowerment of people are seen as the minimum conditions for the human development. It is also mentioned that development must be woven around the people, not the people around development. What does it mean? Means development not only for the one section where the large schools, hospitals, roads, metros, and used by a small section of people, and the large part of the population they are unaware or untouched by this development. So development must be woven around people, not the people around development. Okay, thank you. In the next class we will continue this chapter with another aspect of human development. Thank you.